with the American economy tanking because of him and Donald's approval numbers dropping like a rock, much like the temperatures, allegedly, and prices, Donald's main objective at this rally, and I regret to inform you that I think there are many more to come because he is so thirsty. He so desperately needs to be in front of a crowd all the time. But the main objective is to pull our attention away from what is going on. That is all his fault. There's another way to do this other than lying about the economy and gaslighting and talking about the horrors of wind. And this is something the people in that audience clearly also love. Engaging in outright racism and xenophobia. That's what he did. That's what he's been doing for a very long time. He is just getting more and more in our faces about it. So watch this clip.
I've also announced a permanent pause on third world migration, including from hellholes like Afghanistan, Haiti, Somalia, and many other countries. I didn't say shithole, you did. Remember, I said that to the senators. They came in, the Democrats. They wanted to be bipartisan. So they came in and they said, this is totally off the record. Nothing mentioned here. We want to be honest because our country was going to hell. And we had a meeting. And I say, why is it we only take people from shithole countries, right? Why can't we have some people from Norway, Sweden, just a few? Let us have a few. From Denmark, do you mind sending us a few people? Send us some nice people, do you mind? But we always take people from Somalia, places that are a disaster, right? Filthy, dirty, disgusting, ridden with crime. If you don't share our values, contribute to our economy, and assimilate into our society, then we don't want you in our country. We don't want you.
Well, cool. Then I guess that means Donald and the entirety of the Republican Party will be leaving this country any second now because they're garbage. They contribute nothing to our values. Our values, they don't have any values. They don't understand morality. They don't understand what it means to be humane or kind or respectful or compassionate or empathetic. They understand nothing but their own greedy self-interest. They are vile. They are despicable. And what he said there is so un-American, so anti-American, it sort of defies description. America was stolen by white people from the native population. And then America was built on the backs and with the blood of an entire race of people, white people enslaved. So I am sick to death of listening to useless people like Donald Trump, who again has contributed absolutely nothing to this country and has done nothing but take and take and take his entire miserable, useless life, about bringing more white people into the country because anybody from a country that is a majority black or brown country cannot possibly understand what it means to be American. Donald Trump is the person who doesn't understand what it means to be American. This is a country of immigrants. His mother was an immigrant. His grandparents were immigrants. The problem we face today is that people like him are in charge, and people like him are defining what it means to be American. And the problem we are facing today is there are far too many people like the people in that audience who are buying it wholesale, who are just as racist, just as bigoted, and just as xenophobic. It's unacceptable. But of course, he wasn't finished. He launched into a vile, racist attack on Minnesota Representative Ilhan Omar, who seems lately to be one of his favorite targets. Watch this and then call your representatives to demand that they speak out against this hate speech from the President of the United States of America going after one person. Check it out.
I love this Elon Omar, whatever the hell her name is, with the little shing, the little turban. I love her. She comes in, does nothing but bitch. She's always complaining. She comes from a country where, I mean, it's considered about the worst country in the world, right? They have no military, they have no nothing, they have no parliament. They don't know what the hell the word parliament means. They have nothing. They have no police. They police themselves. They kill each other all the time. I love it. She comes to our country, and she's always complaining about the Constitution allows me to do this. We ought to get her the hell out. She married her brother in order to get in, right? She married her brother. Can you imagine if Donald Trump married his sister? Beautiful. She's a beautiful person. If I married my sister to get my citizenship, do you think I'd last for about 2 hours, or would it be something less than that? She married her brother to get in. Therefore, she's here illegally. She should get the hell out. Throw her the hell out. She does nothing but complain.
Send her back. I guess that's the new lock her up, right? Before we go on, it is on us to call out the racism and authoritarianism of Donald and the Trump regime. So please like and share this video. And if you believe in our mission, please subscribe to the Mary Trump Media channel. All right. The person I know who is the biggest whiner on the planet, who bitches constantly, who is so aggrieved because he's had it so hard, is Donald. He's a whiny toddler, almost constantly whining, complaining, having temper tantrums. Why? Why? Because despite being a traitor to this country, despite having gotten away with horrific crimes against America, the Constitution, democracy, the American people, he got put back into the White House. Why? Because he has used his position as president of the United States to grift billions of dollars off of the American people, to enrich himself, his friends, his family. Yes, he has it so hard. Complaining because he's gotten away with so much, he will never be held accountable for anything. He will never, ever serve a day in prison, which is where he should have been spending most of his miserable adult life. Why? Because he can use the power of the presidency to go after his perceived personal and political enemies without any consequence to him and serious consequences to them. Ilhan Omar may be a member of Congress, but she is one person. I can only imagine how much more dangerous he has made her life by launching these baseless attacks against her, which are horrifically racist and misogynistic. Some facts. Not that it matters to the people in that room, but Somalia has a military. It has a parliament, and it has a police force. Ilhan Omar is a legal U.S. citizen and is here legally and was legitimately elected to Congress. She has been married twice, but neither time to her brother. Donald asked, imagine if he, of course, he spoke about himself in the third person because he's weird that way. If he had married his sister, I'd never heard him speculate about that before, so kind of makes you wonder where his head is. I personally think that even if he had married, he would still have been reelected because clearly there is nothing he can do. There is no line he can cross that is a bridge too far for the people in that audience and people like them. Certainly, the fascist Republican Party doesn't seem to care. They don't seem to care if he attacks individuals at great cost to them. They don't care if Donald steals from the American taxpayer or abuses his office to enrich himself. They don't care if he's committing war crimes in the Caribbean Sea by bombing boats. They're not going to care about anything he said last night, but we care. So again, call your members of Congress, even if they're Republicans. Call them, flood their offices with phone calls and letters and emails. Maybe they won't pay any attention to you at all. Maybe they won't respond. But if enough of us get involved, if enough of us call and write, if enough of us stand up and speak out, maybe we can affect some change, because this is unacceptable. Every day that goes by that media corporations and white shoe law firms and universities capitulate, the targets on the backs of individuals like Ilhan Omar get bigger. And we cannot stand for it anymore. And we cannot allow other members of Congress to stand by and let it happen. Please take a second and like and share this video. It'd be awesome if you could subscribe to the channel. If you're listening to us in podcast form, please follow us and give the show a 5-star rating, because it really does help other people find our content. Thanks.